made a 2-point sling without an adjustment tab. Bold move, John. Let's see how it pays off. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex from IronInfidel.com. If you want to support our channel, you know where to go. Go to IronInfidel.com. We sell fitness products. Our best-selling product is going to be our resistance bands. We're actually the only resistance bands on all of Amazon with a 5-star rating, and I think that's over 5,000 reviews. So that speaks for itself. And I also want to talk about our sponsor of today's video, which is going to be Eberly Stock. Everybody knows what Eberly Stock is. I've featured them on our channel many times, but they are a bag maker and they make extremely high quality bags. They make tactical bags, EDC bags, hunting bags. They're based out of Boise, Idaho. I've actually met everybody from Eberly Stock, all the way from Glenn Eberly all the way down. Great guys. So I've got the Hercules duffel bag here. This bag is what I use when I'm going to the range or using kit, helmet, fit rifles in here. This is what I use all the time. Great bag. So if you want to get a bag, I do recommend EberlyStock.com. Guys, we're talking about slings today, specifically the Warrior Poet Society sling that he released not too long ago. But first I want to talk about slings in general. Slings, most of us know, come in single point, 2-point, or 3-point. Single point was kind of the way that a lot of SWAT teams used to do it back in the day because it has the best ability to maneuver your rifle. By maneuverability, I'm wearing this 2-point sling to kind of replicate it as a necklace, but this is actually not a single point, but you'll get the picture. You can send it over your shoulder, high ready, get on target really fast, conduct shoulder transitions, no issue whatsoever, and it's great for that. But there is a negative to the single point sling, and that is it's not great at retaining the weapon to your body. It hangs, it swings, it can hit you in the nuts, in John's words, as he would say. So because of that, the single point sling has kind of gone the way of the past, at least on SWAT teams, except you still do have some guys that run them. And what you will see sometimes is they'll put on their plate carriers these attachment points right to their plate carrier. That way they can attach or detach their single point rifle and, you know, put it on in a hurry. You still do see that, but mostly for like breaching shotguns and things like that. I wasn't a breacher. I tried to have that just for LTL purposes, but I was never smart enough to figure out how to do it. So my ego got in the way from asking someone else to do it for me. So I never figured out how to do it, but that's single point slings. 3-point slings are basically irrelevant. Nobody uses them, so we're not going to cover those. But 2-point slings, that's what most people have. That's what we use. That's what this Warrior Poet Society sling is. And what I'm looking for in a 2-point sling, and by 2-point I mean there's 2 attachment points to the rifle. There's one, I have mine at the back of the stock and in front of the receiver. But what I'm looking for in a 2-point sling is the ease that you can slide the adjustment tab. I want to be able to cinch the weapon down to my body if I want to go hands-on, hands-free, or loosen it if I'm going up on target or if I'm going through some type of close quarters area. I want to be able to loosen it. So I don't want there to be any type of hindrance when I'm sliding it back and forth. And the second thing is a lot of those tabs are made of the same material as the sling itself, and I found that they can be hard to find, especially if it's like nighttime, you've got gloves on, you can't really find it, it's just difficult. So I've noticed that a hard adjustment tab, something with a tactile difference between the material of the sling that you can actually grab onto. High Speed Gear released one that I got my hands on at SHOT Show, which is pretty good. But John opted for no adjustment tab on his sling. No adjustment tab, what? I would have never thought I would have bought a sling without an adjustment tab. But that's because he came up with an alternative to a problem, balancing the difference between retention and maneuverability. And his alternative is this bungee system. Basically what this is there's elasticity to a portion of the sling. I'll run some B-roll if it's not picking it up right now, but most slings, there is no elasticity to it. It's just whatever you set it to is what you set it to. This, if you apply enough pressure, there's give to it. So it allows you the ability to conduct those shoulder transitions if you need to, go from high ready, over the shoulder, all those things, but it still secures down to your body fairly tight. So it's actually a really good and intuitive solution. He breaks it down in a video on his channel where he talks about why he did it and the thought process behind it. He explains it way better than I do. So you can reference that video. But when we're talking slings in general, there's more than just adjusting your sling to the right length when it comes to retention and maneuverability. Also, the way in which you attach it to your rifle. A 2-point sling can be attached in a variety of different ways. Front of the rail, back of the rail, back to the receiver, back to the stock. There's a lot of ways to do it. So there's a couple different ways to attach a 2-point sling to your rifle. A lot of it's personal preference. I like on mine to have the front QD mount attached to the back of my rail and then the back to the back of my stock. In my eyes, that kind of gives me the best of both worlds with regards to maneuverability as well as securing it down to my body. I have this adjusted to me for when I'm wearing a plate carrier, but you can see even without a plate carrier, it's still relatively secure. Stock up in my shoulder, and I'll show you how you can still maneuver it. I can go from over the shoulder on target, go from high ready, and even do shoulder bumps if I wanted to, which I pretty much never do, but you can see you still have that ability to do that. Another way would be taking the front QD mount to the front of the rail, and this kind of gives you a little bit more secure, but a little bit less maneuverability. You can see it's a little bit tighter on me now. Still with this elasticity of the sling, it still works well. I can still get out on target if I want to, but then the front of this sometimes interferes with me when I'm trying to conduct reloads or trying to get out on my rail, so I didn't really like it. Personal preference, that's all it is. And then the last option is, again, to the back of the rail, and then if you take it off the stock and you put it on the back of the receiver right here, this kind of gives you the closest thing you can get to a 1-point sling while you're still wearing a 2-point sling in my eyes. The way I kind of describe it is the closer the attachment points are together, the more maneuverability you have with it, and the further away they are apart, the better it secures down to your body. But again, these are just from my personal experiences. I'm not the end all be all of knowledge. This is just what I've found. All right, so going over the sling a little bit more in depth. I know some of you guys actually want to see the sling. I haven't done a great job of showing you the sling itself. Do I like the bungee system of this sling more than the adjustment tab? Yes, definitely. I am liking it a lot more, at least right now, just from my minimal experience with it. I'm liking it a lot more. I like the fact that it eliminates one step from the process. I don't have to slide something down to go hands-on. I don't have to loosen it if I want to get up in my rifle. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to do it. So I love the bungee system. It is 80 bucks on their website. For the sling itself, and it does not come with QD swivels, which most slings don't come with these QD swivels, but they offer the ability to add those as an accessory. So with the QD swivels and the sling, it cost me 106 bucks, which it's a little bit on the high side for a sling, but it's not too bad. And given that this is definitely a high quality product, you can just tell it's high quality. I can easily understand the price point on it. Comes in black and coyote. I have mine in coyote, obviously. And then one other innovation on the sling is what they call the Jedi magnet. The Jedi magnet, that's what this is right here. Basically what this is it's an alternative way to detach the sling from you as opposed to just using the standard QD mount. So this is how you typically will. Let's say you got shot or somebody got injured and you want to take the rifle off, you could just detach the QD swivel. With the Jedi magnet, this might take me a second to get off, but you pull this little tab and it pops right off. And then it's magnetic rather, if I can do it right. There we go. Magnetic, works fine. Actually, on the video I referenced earlier, John put it to the test by hanging the rifle from some type of weight pulley system, and it got to 130 pounds of pressure before the thing snapped. And it wasn't even the Jedi mount that snapped. I think it was one of these plastic pieces on it. So 130 pounds, that's pretty awesome. I'm not going to put this thing through the test. That pretty much answers that question. If any of you have it, go reference that video. Guys, you know I always like to bring products onto the channel that are unique in some way. The market has a million slings, it's got a million holsters, it's got a million plate carriers, everything. So I only want to bring on stuff that at least takes a slightly different angle to things. And I don't want to bring on things that just change for the sake of change. I actually think the Warrior Poet Society sling is very intuitive and I prefer it. So it's a change for the better. I like the sling, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. As always, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.